All right, welcome to Drink This Book, episode 1. She started it. I am your host, Sadie. I have Katie next to me, and on the end we have the beautiful Miss Dion. So just to get us started, this is going to be a very interesting podcast. This is not your typical podcast. We're going to be reviewing books that we've all read. We are in a book club together.
Yes.
Actually, we've been in a couple of book clubs together. But we also, just a little background, we wanted to really have a platform to kind of just discuss books with any and everybody, because we are very avid readers. We've been in book clubs for
years.
Yeah,
I know the last 5 years.
It's been some years.
Those several, but years.
Right. I mean, I've been reading books all my life. This is my second book club I've actually been in. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm really excited about this.
I am too.
Me too.
I was nervous.
You was nervous?
Why?
Yeah.
You're not nervous when you read books and discussing them? So
No, I'm not.
You just kind of think about
That
But I
part.
know we got all the lights, camera, action going on, so.
I mean, well, it's not to be intimidated. It's just us.
Yeah.
It's just us
I kept
girls.
telling myself that all week. I did. You
Yeah.
know, as I was preparing, going over my notes.
Believe me, I understand. This is not the first time I've been in front of the camera.
Right.
I have been a video vixen.
Look at that's cheesy.
We're amongst a celebrity.
A little bit about this book. It is called She Started It by Cian Gilbert. Did I pronounce that right?
C.N. Gilbert.
Or Cian Gilbert. Katie is going to go into some background about the author in just a moment, but I'm just going to do the introduction. So, about this book. What would you do if you went to a middle school on the first day and your best friend betrayed you to be friends with popular girls? And based on how you react will determine the remainder of your secondary schooling. Also, if you knew you were a bully and they invited you on a week-long getaway, even though you haven't spoken nor apologized in 10 years. So, our main character, Poppy Greer, is best friends with Tanya.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I know Tanya's last name. Did they ever mention?
I don't think they
I don't think
really
mentioned
went into
anybody's.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think Poppy was the only one that they ever
Yeah.
mentioned what her last name was.
Well, no, they did mention Chloe's last name. It was because they called her Chloe. She went by Chloe Divine. Smith though was her last name.
Yeah.
Okay. And, you know, they start off middle school, first day, these girls gang up on Poppy basically and just make her life a living hell. So, this book, we also are drinkers.
That
That's going to be the fun part about our podcast. We will have drinks to go with the theme of our books. This drink that we have is called Sweet Revenge Punch. This is a combination of a couple of revenge drinks, but my own little concoction. So just to go over the ingredients, it's vodka, Chambord black, raspberry liqueur, strawberry liqueur, Gingerale, pomegranate juice, Welch's grape sparkling juice, and fruit.
So if y'all noticed, right, I let you run that down before I took a sip. I needed to know.
You need to know what's in it.
It's pretty.
I did
The
it.
pretty
I
drinks
just
is the
drank.
ones you got to worry about. The pretty drinks the ones you got to worry about.
I am an ex-bartender, so I do have some experience in making drinks.
We trust you.
And this is a very good drink. I really feel like this is the best
it?
drink.
What make you want to do that? You
Yeah.
know? It's good.
It is good. It's really good.
It's sneaky. It's going. Oh.
Yeah, it tastes nice.
That's what I'm talking about. My body is set up immediately to just immediately feel it.
Right.
My cheeks gonna get red, and it just hits me like right here.
You have a natural blush on camera.
Exactly. I was never a kid. I couldn't hide my drinking from my mom because my cheeks would get red.
My mom, well, you know what? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm going to have to tell the truth on this. My family encouraged it because the philosophy is if you're doing it around me, I know where you at.
Exactly.
Right.
And
I know how you
that
can
you're
handle
safe.
it. Yeah. You know.
So
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead,
it
tell the
was
people.
training grounds.
Go ahead, tell the people.
that's another day. But that's how I taught her.
Oh.
You know.
So by the time I actually started to go out, I was an experienced drinker. I knew
Yeah.
what I was doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be one of those statistics like, oh my God, look at the drunk girl over there.
I wasn't having it.
Nope.
Yeah, dudes used to hate when they would meet me in a club. You know, dudes will buy you those drinks, and they would think that I would just be a one,
Yeah.
2 drink minimum. Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, right
People
on.
coming.
Not only
Right
am I
on.
drinking the hard stuff, but I'm out drinking you. Have not read this book. We do advise you to go out and get this book and read it. This is a great read. I listen
Absolutely.
to most of my books on
Absolutely.
Audible if I can because I got stuff to do. I got shit to do basically. I mean, we drinking so.
And I'm a
obviously.
page turner, you know, because, and I page turn slow too.
Mm-hmm.
But this one here, I would say, hey, baby, we got to get where we got to go.
Right.
We
Yeah.
try, I was, baby.
Yeah, so
that
there
was
will be
turning.
some spoilers in this video, but we will not go over absolutely everything that happened in this book. So you would really need to read this book.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, this is
I
this
agree.
author's first book,
Her
right?
debut book.
This is
Yeah.
her debut book. So for her book to be this good, this was literally one of my favorite books
Yeah.
when we read it. I was just like, "Ooh, girl,
Right.
what's about to happen?"
Right.
You know, it's a mystery, thriller, drama, cattiness. It's like Mean Girls.
Mean
adult
Girls on
version.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
On steroids. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
Wait,
it's up there. So
Mean Girls versus Baddies.
yeah,
come on, baddies.
Baddies.
Yeah.
Baddies.
without the fights.
Not the fights, because we're not fighting, we're killing.
Yeah. They went straight there.
Right.
Wait,
So
what should we say? Can we say killing or unalive? You know, that's the thing they say now. Unalive.
you know, you're right. No
Okay.
longer of this earth.
Right. Yeah, right.
We don't know where they at.
No longer with us.
Yeah.
We don't know where their essence is in this book. So, Katie, can you tell us about the author?
Okay, yes. So her name again is C.N. Gilbert. She was born in Bristol, UK. She studied history at the University of Warwick before she became a comprehensive teacher in a school in Birmingham. She was there for 5 years, and now she lives in Cambridge with her partner. And like she said, this is her debut novel. Very good book. Not many books that I would give a 5-star to. So
Yeah.
she knew what she was doing.
She came out
She-
swinging.
She
She
came out
did.
swinging.
She had
did.
great character development, storyline. I mean, all the way to the end. You didn't even see the end coming.
No.
You didn't see
No.
it coming.
It was like a bang bang.
No,
You know,
now that I did like, because normally I can guess who did it, what, all of these things,
Right,
but
right.
this book I could not guess.
No.
I could,
No.
because I did not think the end was gonna be like that.
No, not at all.
And so,
Like, what?
sis, this need to be a movie. I'm sorry.
It does.
Yeah,
It
it does.
This really
A
needs to
whole
be a
movie.
movie. And, we might spoil some of the things in this book, but we definitely not gonna spoil the stuff in the second book because we haven't read it
Read
yet.
it, yes. And I can't wait. It is already on my to read list.
So, yes, this is a to be continued story.
Yes.
So to get into the synopsis and the plot, we have 4 friends: Annabelle, Esther, Tanya, and Chloe. They're best friends, and they've been best friends since they were children. Despite drifting apart as adults, their secrets will keep them bonded for life. Okay. One day they receive a invitation to a wedding weekend from one of their old friends and old classmates, Poppy Greer. Now, a little backstory on Poppy Greer. She wasn't actually a member of the group, but she was a person that the group tormented.
She was on the outs.
She was on the outs. She was considered the weakest link of the group.
Yeah.
They made Poppy's life a living hell all the
Yeah.
way from secondary
Indeed.
all the way from secondary school till she graduated.
Yeah.
So to receive a
Well, until they graduate.
yeah, till they graduated. To receive a invitation from someone you tormented,
10 years ago.
yes.
Don't
And
know where she is.
you haven't heard from her in about 10 years. The only way things you know about her is things that you've learned off Instagram, which is pictures. So you really don't know this person's life at all. She sends you first class tickets and first class all the way trip around to her wedding. Do you go?
And she make them. Yeah, she made them the bridal party.
Yes.
She made them the bridal party, which was crazy. I haven't spoken to y'all in 10 years.
Exactly.
And we did not part on great terms.
Exactly. You tormented me.
Matter of fact, I tried to run up on y'all the last time I saw y'all.
Exactly.
And end up falling and embarrassing myself. even more. But, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Right. So the question is, do you go? I would not have went either.
A sane person
would not have went.
It would have been no.
And like how they say, who sent you?
Who all gonna be there?
Right? Who all gonna be there?
Who all gonna be there? Like there are a lot of red flags with these ladies that they did not take heed. Even Annabelle's mother told her, "Hey, do you think it's a good idea you should go?"
Right.
She told her
based on
everything that has happened.
Everything that has happened.
Do you think you should go? And also, these 4 ladies who were once so close are not as close. So now they're going on a trip together with someone that they didn't like, and they're not even as close. Again, another red flag, not going.
Yeah. The secrets between them.
It was too much.
It was too much. They should have declined.
They had secrets within secrets.
Yeah.
Within
secrets,
like
right. You had this little set talking to this little set, and this little set found out, oh, y'all did this. And it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was just a lot.
This was like a pretend friendship group
It totally was.
of girls. So it was more so of who has the dirt on me. That's who I need to stay in contact with.
That's right. That's what it was.
And I need to keep that person close, so my secrets will stay secrets.
Right.
Like they say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yes.
Your frenemies in this case, because y'all once were friends doing dirt together, but now you're not so close.
Preach.
Well, we're going to go into our discussion. So, Annabelle, well, I'm going to start with Poppy. I started to start with Annabelle, but...
You going into the characters?
Yes, but how the book started.
Okay.
So that's how I originally, So Annabelle, to me, she came off from the start of the book completely selfish. Just at the start of how she treated her mom.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, her mother tried to tell her,
yeah,
look, you need to apologize. You need to make this right.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're going to go on this trip?
Yeah.
Because...
She was my least favorite.
Annabelle?
She was my least favorite because she was so self-absorbed.
She was. She was very selfish.
Everything was based on what she thought her imagery.
She was delusional.
She was very delusional. And she was the poorest. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were the brokest, Annabelle, because you went to prom with stuff that you had from last year.
Yes.
And you didn't even participate in the rental because you didn't have no funds.
Yeah.
So
she was a thief.
And she was a thief.
Yeah. But this is a kicker, though. The kicker was the girl went to school for psychology.
Yeah.
She had a degree in psychology.
She
had a master's. She had a master's in biology.
Yeah.
So she didn't use any of the skills.
None.
It's like, oh, I just want to get married and steal.
She built her life on her beauty and her...
Yes.
And how she got married, and that was it. She didn't need those skills. She didn't need those. No. She didn't need the studies and all of that.
But her husband was a creep. Andrew was a creep.
A hoe.
He was a creep.
A creep that was also sleeping with one of her best friends.
Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe.
And Chloe was greedy. She was just completely. She was blinded. Yeah, she was just off into herself. She literally talked about her friends because the book started with her talking about each and every one of them.
Yeah. If you could imagine Chloe, she would be image-wise legally blonde.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
The way she act, the way she moved.
Ditzy, blonde.
Yes, but smart.
Yeah.
Because she legally blonde, the girl is smart.
She was,
Yeah,
and she was the first one to realize that they did not deserve to go on that trip.
Exactly.
She said it.
She did say that.
Yeah.
She was the one who sent you. You know, like, we don't deserve this. I know how I treated you.
Right.
And she was the downfall of the group.
Yes.
She was the downfall.
And she
of the group
she
because
also
she had
noticed,
the evidence.
Yes. And she also was the one that noticed that Poppy never had face shots on her Instagram.
Right.
So
because that's what she did for a living. She did Instagram.
She was a social.
So,
social butterfly.
Yeah.
So we got Esther. We got Annabelle, Esther, and Annabelle, Chloe, and Esther. So Esther, she was average. I feel like she was just chained to her family.
Right.
She was just, I have to please my family. Like they got her the job with the company that she was in, so I have to work. I have no time for myself.
And she was a woman at that company.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
So
and they undermined her. She
Yeah.
was,
So
she
not
had to work
only
on
are
the
hard.
totem pole.
Yeah, not only are you a woman, but then your mother got you the
This
job.
job.
Right.
So, and then her boyfriend was, he was a whole
Yeah.
other situation in his own. She didn't want to be a disappointment to her family, Oh, she talked about her friends too. Well, she talked about Tanya. Because she said Tanya looked like the back end of a bus. Y'all, when I read that in that book, I hollered. Like, what does the back end of a bus look like?
Right.
In the person figure form.
Yeah.
What does that look like? So, but, at first I was feeling sorry for Elsa too because how she was just so consumed by her family and just, I'm like, oh, I feel sorry for her. I was feeling sorry for all of them at first. I really was.
Too. Well, except for Annabelle. Her attitude for me is just I just
It was
could
too
not
much.
get-
It
Yeah,
was too much.
I just could not click with Annabelle.
It was too much.
Like if I would have went to school with Annabelle, she would have got slapped.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because your
would've-
parents can't
All
sue
of
me.
them. Right.
Right, on spot.
We
Every
both
day.
poor.
Every day. What it say? It's up and it's stuck.
Right.
Up in the stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Right there.
if Wendy was now, I feel like a lot of the stuff that happened with Poppy, it was her fault. Because Wendy was in school with her younger
Yeah,
sister.
she was.
And had she just let her younger sister handle this, it would have went down.
'Cause she was trying.
completely
She
different.
wanted to.
Because I guarantee you, Wendy would have ran up on Tanya and was like, "Hold on, chick.
Right.
You been at my house since I was in diapers, and now you gonna do a
Yes.
switch up on this?
Yes.
Hold on,
Yes.
hold my
Yes.
backpack."
Right.
Tanya was the worst.
She was
of
the
them
worst
all.
friend because she
Yeah.
was.
She was
Poppy's,
the worst of them all.
She
'Cause
was
they were-
Poppy's best
They
friend
were
Poppy's
best
first.
best
friends,
friends, yeah.
since grade school,
Right.
and
The birthday.
She
they had
chose a
secrets.
group of
They
girls
shared.
over her best friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they were
But
so
and
close.
she felt the guiltiest.
She did.
And she said, "I deserve everything."
She
that's
was
coming.
so guilty, it haunted her.
Yeah.
It haunted her. She was creepy to me, though, in the book. I just got creepiness from her, from the way, the description of her dress and everything, but we found out why that
because
was
she
later.
was depressed.
Yeah.
Right, and the drinking and all that
The
type of
drugs
stuff,
and-
and stuff. But
Well, I think it was
she was
Chloe
just-
with the drugs, right?
It was Chloe.
all of them.
Remember, because she got caught in the bathroom, because that's why she wasn't throwing parties anymore.
No,
Because-
Chloe was the Instagram.
No, it was.
Tanya
Oh,
was
yeah,
it was Tanya. Tanya was the boy.
event
Yeah,
planner.
yeah.
You're right,
But
you're
because
right.
because something happened with her drugs that got
The
out at the
princess,
party,
yeah.
and then there was a problem, so
She
she
overdosed or something.
and so
the
they
birthday
princess
girl
overdosed,
she
Yeah.
wasn't getting the parties anymore,
Right.
so she wasn't
that
working.
ruined
Yeah,
her.
yeah, that
and
ruined
so
her
and once that
reputation.
happened, it just became just a domino effect,
Yeah.
And but she was the worst, and she deserved to be hunted the way she was
Yeah.
because that was your friend.
Right.
And
Y'all
you were the
shared
last
secrets
one
with
she
each other.
saw.
Yeah.
Exactly. She went to her.
Yeah.
She
Went to her. And what she said to her.
but and like, hey, let's make this
Now
right.
that part we're not gonna spoil. You gotta
Yeah,
read
you
the
gotta
book
read
Oh
that.
yeah.
to hear what
yeah,
Tanya
yeah.
says to Poppy before the tragic incident with
Yes.
Poppy.
Yes.
Now that's why Wendy is my favorite because she was the ride or die sister.
Right.
Yeah, she was Poppy's little sister.
She was.
Poppy, to me, Poppy was clearly, she was a friendly girl.
Right.
She just wanted to be accepted.
She wanted to be accepted.
She come from a good home.
Yeah.
She had a good home,
Yeah.
good family structure.
Her parents
you
loved
know.
her. Her sister loved her.
She persevered, even though they treated her the way they treated her at school, especially with the whole Capri Sun situation.
On
at
the first day,
of school.
yeah.
Yes, and so she moved on, but she found that peace in her art.
Right. Right.
And when they took that from her, because
Yeah.
in my mind, in her mindset, I'm gonna hide myself into my art,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go off to college, and and just put all of this behind me.
Right.
And when they took that from her, it just
Right.
broke her down. The
Right.
little that she had left in her to keep going,
It was like you guys
just
have
broke her
taken
down.
everything from
everything.
me, and
Right.
this is the one thing I have left. And
Right.
that wasn't enough for you to leave me alone. You
Right.
took that too.
Yeah.
Right. Because the way the book is written, there's two timelines going. You have the hen party on the island that
Right.
these girls are
Present
at,
day.
present day, and then you have these flashbacks of what happened in the past with these
Because
girls.
this is Poppy's diary.
This
Right.
is Poppy's diary that is being
The diary is very
read
important.
out. It's the most important
Yes,
piece
very important.
in the book.
Yes.
That and the laptop, Chloe's
Yes.
laptop,
Yeah.
are the
Yes.
two most important pieces that makes everything fall into place.
Yes.
of why everything happened the way that
Right.
it happened and the
Right.
domino effect of things. So we're not going to say exactly what happens with Poppy. We're just going to say it's a tragic incident. But to give you a synopsis, basically, these girls targeted and bullied Poppy
Yeah, they
all
did.
of her secondary years in school.
Yes.
They go on to graduate and live their lives
Right.
for 10 years
Right.
without even thinking what
What
happened.
to
Right.
Poppy,
What
yeah.
did we, because they actually messed up her future.
Yeah.
Yes.
To a major degree. They don't
Right.
think anything of their consequences. They
Right.
just move on, like bullies do.
Right.
They just, we just gonna
Self-absorbed.
self-absorb and call it a day. All because of jealousy.
That's it.
Right.
Poppy was an amazing
And she
artist.
tried to be their friend.
She did.
She did.
Numerous times.
She did, and she asked them why.
Yeah. Yeah.
She asked them why.
Right.
And they never gave her an answer. It was like, oh, you're fat and ugly. She
Some
really
people just want to
wasn't.
be mean just to be mean.
Just
Yeah.
to be mean.
Because she wasn't ugly.
She was not
wasn't.
ugly. Prom night
Yeah.
proved
That
that
she
she
wasn't.
wasn't ugly.
'Cause she was
thicker
pulling.
than a snicker.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody from
and
the
a
teachers,
baddie in a
Yes.
dress.
the
Yes.
teachers, their boyfriends, everybody was all
Yes.
on Poppy.
Yes.
It was all, that prom night wasn't about them. It was about
It was
Poppy.
about
that was
her.
the problem.
And she
That
deserved
was
that
the
moment.
problem.
She
She
did. She
did.
deserved that moment.
Everything that she went through with them girls in school,
Yeah.
she deserved
She did.
that.
That was her moment of
Because,
shine.
Again, everything that set this into motion was the birthday party.
Right.
When Tanya didn't show up to her birthday party and didn't even give her an explanation
Right.
of why she's not coming to the birthday party. And me
And you know
personally,
what was
I feel like
cold?
the mother should have
Tanya's mother.
should have questioned more. Tanya's
Right.
mother and Poppy's mother
Right.
should have questioned more. Like, whoa.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Did you hear about a fight?
Right.
Like, I would have questioned.
This is somebody that's been in your child's life on a consistent basis, and then
Yes,
all of a sudden
daily.
they're not there.
right.
Something happened,
Yeah.
and we need to know what happened.
Because the excuse that Tanya's mother gave her, she's at the park
Was
with
lame.
the other girls.
Yeah.
Oh, the park?
Yeah. Like,
A park?
A park, and she can't come to my child's birthday
A
party.
whole birthday party.
But she at the park
Her best
Right.
friend birthday party.
at that.
But she at the park with some other new friends.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The adults in that situation should have read that and been like, hold on. What's really going on?
Right.
Tell the truth.
Right.
Even if Poppy didn't want to confide in her parents completely,
Mm-hmm.
the parents should have questioned more. Because I guarantee you, if Tanya's mother would have walked up to her and said, like, hey, I need you to be honest with me. What is really going on? What happened?
Right.
Tanya would have broke down because she the weakest link.
Yeah, she would have.
Yeah.
Because based on, you are that depressed just based on what you said to her last, and you don't even know what happened to her.
That part, like, you're so depressed for 10 years, and you never even went to try to figure out what happened.
Because you're an adult now.
Yeah,
Y'all
you're
are
an adult
adults now, and y'all
Out of
all
school.
have went on
Yeah.
and lived y'all separate lives. You could have reached back at
Exactly,
any
and
point.
found out, like, you know what? I did this girl wrong.
Let me make this right.
Exactly. Let me go just see what's going on in her life. But you never even tried.
Never. It never even crossed your mind.
Right.
Self-absorbed.
Right.
And then how do you not know what Wendy looked like?
I forgot.
Right.
But that's another story for another day.
That's another story for another day.
But Poppy, I like how Poppy reached out to them.
Mm-hmm.
She sent out the invitations
Yep.
Right.
to all exclusive private island. Hey, come be my bridesmaid. Hey, we're gonna turn up.
Right.
Hey, all is in the past. All is
We just
forgiven.
gonna- yeah.
Right.
Just come out and celebrate me. I got
Right.
this wonderful fiance.
And what was the first response
and-
that they said? How pathetic is she? We're her only friends.
We're the
Yes.
only people that she can find to
Yes.
invite people that torment
So
her.
now
Now that was another red
Right.
flag.
You knew you did this woman dirty.
And you still gonna go.
And you still went. When that exact phrase, how pathetic is she? She doesn't have any friends. You contacted us.
You invited us.
The only
Trash.
reason why they looked her up is because they got the invitations.
Right. Right.
They wanted to see what she looked like.
Right. They want to see what happened.
Let's see what's going on. And so they went to her Instagram and they saw, her life, everything was going on, where she was eating it, what she was doing, and
Yeah,
stuff
they
like
wanted
that.
to see if she was
They
still the
paid
same
attention to-
pathetic girl that
Yes.
they knew in high school.
Yes.
in
And then
grade
when they
school.
pull up on that island and see how bad she look.
Yeah, and they also saw the fact that she must have some money, because of her pictures and things
ring.
like that, the dress and everything like that. And then now we got these all paid trips, round
Right.
trips, and wait, were they round trips?
No. They never even paid attention to it.
No, it was
What's
not a
that?
round
Yeah.
trip. It was a
trip.
one-way
It was
ticket.
a one-way ticket.
Oh.
They never paid attention to that. How was you gonna get
Interesting.
home?
Let me tell you, when we pulled up to that island and nobody else was on that island, I'm getting back on the boat.
I'm not getting off.
We going
I'm not
back.
even getting off because of, you know,
I'm not even
what's
getting on a boat.
We're going back.
When
Yeah.
Annabelle asked that question
No
at the
other
dock,
people?
she said, "There's nobody else here." She asked Robin that.
No
Right.
other people.
No other
Right,
people here.
right.
Robin's like, "Oh, it's some flares on there.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever had to
No
use
phone
it though.
service.
No phone
You know, just-
service. Well, it was phone service.
Oh yeah,
Poppy
the whole
took
situation.
Poppy took the
whole,
phones.
Right.
yeah.
She
the
was like, "Oh no, this
flares
is a
and
hen party.
everything.
Nobody's gonna have their phones.
Exactly.
Give
What
'em
happens
here.
on the island
Stays on the island, and it really did stay on the
And
island."
so are you.
Because the
And so
games
you.
that she
True.
set up for
Right.
them, it was the first one.
Oh, I
was
love how she played with them.
Never Have I Ever.
Right.
She made Esther get in that ocean water naked.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then they did the scavenger hunt,
Mhm.
where the items that they had to find were items that they
They tormented
used
her
to
with.
torment her with.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so that's when they became
Aware.
of
Yes.
like, oh,
What's
she's
happening
not
here.
over this.
The
No.
lipstick,
The lipstick, the paintings,
the Capri Sun,
the Capri
mirror.
Sun,
the mirror. Mm-hmm.
all of these items that they had to find, and it wasn't until
And that right there would have just had me. I ain't leaving this. Look, I'm not leaving this this little cabin, this suite, or this beach house, this bunk, wherever we. I'm not leaving until that lady pull up on this little boat, pick me
Exactly.
up.
right.
I'm sorry, I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting in my room.
Me and one
Don't
other
knock on my
trusted
door.
friend would have been in
Right.
the same
Yeah.
cabin together.
Yeah. Don't
And that
knock
was
on my
their,
door.
But that was their downfall. If they would have just stayed together as a group,
Right.
They
they
would've
could have
survived.
survived. But because your secret is your secret, and your secret is bigger than my secret, and I think I'm better than you, and all these secrets are taking us over, we gonna die one by
Because
one.
the
Yeah.
secrets, baby.
Yeah.
The secrets were secrets.
Chloe
Yeah.
sleeping with Annabelle's husband.
Yep.
Annabelle
Oh wait,
is a shoplifter.
and one of them, the other friends knew what.
Esther knew.
Esther knew. I think Esther knew everybody's
Esther
secret.
knew everyone's secret because she also knew that Annabelle was a shoplifter.
Yep.
I don't understand.
You got shoplifting.
She
you
knew
got
that
cheating.
Tanya was getting her ass whooped.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing. She has a master's. She has she has these degrees. You have well, he wasn't giving her any money.
No, he was not. Which is
How
how
do you-
Chloe knew. Like, but how are you affording this?
Right.
Because I know for a fact Andrew not giving you
Yes.
nothing.
How do you become I guess to keep up the
Image.
lifestyle
Because
the
that's the
appearance.
life that she
So I need to
wanted.
go ahead and steal these things.
Yeah, I gotta
so-
keep up an image.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's the lifestyle that she wanted.
Because didn't it say her mom didn't even want her to marry him, and she kind of that pulled a
She was
bigger
embarrassed
wedge.
of her mother.
She was very
She was.
embarrassed.
She
but
treated
that
her
pulled
mother
a
like
bigger
dirt.
wedge between them.
Yeah.
You know.
She treated her mom like dirt.
She really did.
She
She
especially
shoulda
at the
listened to
wedding.
her mama.
What was my favorite part? It was when her mom showed up at her and Andrew's wedding with a house plant.
A house plant. Like what
She
we gonna
was
do with
so
this?
embarrassed. With
I loved it.
She was so embarrassed with
loved
it.
it.
She was just like, oh, you country bumpkin. Like,
Yes, yes.
girl, that
did.
country
That's you.
bumpkin raised
That's
you.
where you come from.
And she tried to instill morals and values, which
She
was
tried.
so
She
angry.
even tried up and look. You
Up
need
until
to
the
make
end.
it right with Papa. You sure you want to go?
And
on this
honestly,
trip?
all of this could have ended if they did that.
If they
Simply-
just would have
If they would've
apologized.
simply-
Poppy, yeah, she said it there. Just I was hoping. Well, she was hoping that they would have done something different with their lives. You know,
Yeah,
besides
that
being
was the
Right.
whole point of the
self-absorbed.
dinner.
She
And
She looked them up to see.
Yeah.
Are they doing something good for
do
for
y'all
humanity?
get? Do you
Right.
even
Are they?
donate to charity? She
Right.
asked them that at the
Right,
dinner. 'Cause
right.
the dinner was the turning point.
And when
really.
she saw they were still turning, they were still who they were and treating each other how they treated each other. She said, "Oh, it's on,
yeah,
it's on." You know,
she spiked that drink.
And it was
She
all
did.
look like you said, it was up and it was
stuck.
stuck from there.
up and stuck.
Because my favorite part is when she gave them their phones back.
Baby,
Oh,
their
yeah.
life was
And
their
the
life was in
revenge.
shambles.
And that's why I picked this drink. Because the revenge was, you ruined my sister's life.
Right.
I'm going to ruin yours.
Right.
So Annabelle gets set up.
Right.
Esther loses her job.
Right.
Chloe loses her social media influence because she says all those racist things. Oh, because that's what it was. Poppy, she knew that Chloe did not like same sex relationships.
Right.
She was very against that, and she's like, "Oh, she made all those
She
remarks.
let her influencers know. She let
Yeah.
and then she watched them. They was just unfollowing.
She said that, of course, Poppy or Wendy is videoing this,
Right.
and she posts it on Chloe's social media. And what did she do with Tanya? Oh, she airs out why Tanya is not getting any more. She's not booking any more parties because of the whole incident. Which Tanya
with
didn't
the whole
even tell.
drug situation.
Yeah,
Right.
she didn't even tell them what was going on and why she stopped inviting them to events and stuff that she was throwing. So when she gave them all their phones back and they're trying to desperately salvage, you can't because your phone's about to die and you're on this island.
No charges.
No charges. Just like, I threw that in the water.
One bar.
One bar.
No
1%.
service.
1 to 2%.
No service. Can't call nobody.
They got exactly what they asked for.
They got exactly what they asked for.
And I'm going to just disagree with you all. You all said that you feel bad for these young ladies. I never felt bad for any of them the entire book.
You did. You stated that. I felt bad. I was like,
I did not.
I said, they don't deserve it. It wasn't that bad. They don't deserve all of that now.
I didn't like none of them.
No.
But once, which we won't discuss, but once we discovered what really went down
during the finals.
I was like,
During
that
the
wasn't
finals.
even enough for y'all.
Right.
She should have went. That was.
It was every little thing for me. It was from the Capri Sun. It was every little thing that they did.
Every adult felt Poppy.
Right.
The teachers, the
every
principal,
adult failed her.
Everybody. Her
Mm-hmm.
parents failed her because they didn't know.
Right.
Nobody
Right.
ever
That
told
part.
them.
Right.
Now, they failed only at the beginning with the birthday party. That was it.
Right.
But other than that, like, they saw something was going on with her emotionally,
But they
but
didn't
they
wanna push
never, they was like, we'll let her figure it out, basically.
Right.
Wendy saw the most though.
Wendy saw the most.
She did.
Right.
She saw the most, and she hurt.
The most.
Hurt for her sister.
Yeah.
She did.
But at the end of the day, Poppy played a little part in it because she never voiced it. And
that was from the very beginning.
Yeah.
The Capri Sun incident
Right.
is what she was like, well, I know if I tattletale, that's going to be the precursor of how I'm treated
Right.
for the remainder of my secondary years.
Right.
And I
But
don't
that's
want
most
I don't
people
want to
who
be
are
known.
bullied, you know.
I don't want to be known as
As-
the tattletale.
Right. Because it'll get worse.
I
Right.
can say this here. So when I was in school, because we always bullied, except for your mom. Your mom was a
She
bully.
was the bully.
Yeah.
And so,
I can see
but
it.
I wasn't just necessarily bullied. I just felt like I was wasn't accepted, because I was always the heavy girl, and to me, I was the dark girl, and that's how I found my love for books because I became my own friend.
Right.
I don't need friends,
Right.
First of all, and then with me with this, I can see who you are anyway. I don't want to be your friend because
Right.
I'm gonna have to beat you up,
Yeah.
and I'm a lover. I am not a fighter,
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Unless you provoked.
Right.
unless I'm provoked. But
Right.
I threw myself, like Poppy threw herself into her art. I threw myself into my reading. I threw myself into, baby, Reading Rainbow was PBS.
Yeah.
PBS was my best friend. Reading Rainbow. I had my babysitters were LeVar Burton, Fred Rogers.
Is that the painter dude?
No, yeah, that was Ross.
Yeah,
Ross
what's
was
his
the
name?
painter. Fred Rogers was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, I was about
With
to say
the sweaters.
Mr. Rogers'
Yes,
neighborhood.
and
It's a
then
beautiful
Julia
day in the
Childs.
neighborhood.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so my imagination,
Baby,
Yeah.
watching him
My
change his
reading-
sweaters and shoes and tying
baby,
his
I love
shoes.
it. Let me tell you something.
Hands down.
When I go to work in the morning, I take I go in there and I take I put my work jacket and my lab jacket on. See my patients, do what I gotta do. When the patients leave, it's time for the clerical part. I take that lab jacket out, put it on my chair, and I put my sweater on. Because now it's cold and it's cozy, and I'm writing and I'm reading.
So you have a
Mr.
Mr.
Rogers. They were my babysitters. I learned to cook from Julia Childs. PBS was my best friend.
Yeah.
But because I felt that way about school, I found something else to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's why, I do all the things I do, and I still got all this weight on me because I like to cook.
Yeah, I wasn't popular in school.
So I find that really hard
I
to believe.
do find that odd.
I was bullied.
I find that so
I
odd
just-
because you're such I would classify you as a pretty girl
Right.
who would have all of the people be her friends
No.
and
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
I was an awkward
They envied you. They just didn't want to.
I wore glasses. I was a nerd. You know, I didn't have the fashion sense and stuff. No. That was
Well, you got it
my life.
now.
Okay.
I was very shy. I didn't give eye contact when I talked. No. I guess our generation kind of see that bullying has been the same, but
Right.
this generation of kids have taken
They
it
water
to
down.
another level.
From our
we used
generation
to
on
think
down.
about killing somebody or strangling the hell out of somebody that was bothering you, or
But
whatever.
it was just a thought.
It was just a thought. But now these
It was
kids
a way we
are,
coped with it. We thought
Yeah.
about it and we moved on.
Right.
These kids now,
They're
they
acting on it.
acting on it.
They paper thin.
Right.
Yeah.
These kids, they can't handle it.
Yeah,
They
can't.
can't. I'm like,
because we
what
grew up-
happened?
Our parents was like, "Oh,
You know what happened?
you go
You
out
know
there
what
and get your
happened with
butt
these
whooped,
kids?
you gonna get whooped again when you get
Exactly. You better not come
Right.
back. You better not come back in here.
You better not
Yeah.
come back
You
if you
know,
lose.
first of all, don't come in this house. Period. You want some water? You better get that water hose.
Right.
Oh, the
But
water
these-
hose.
you
'Cause
come
we been
in-
sitting outside in the sun all
You
day.
These
in, you
kids-
stay in.
These kids water bottle kids. You know,
Lost
no,
water.
not at this
And he
point.
said, "Oh, girl,
They
what
have
was that,
Stanley
girl?"
cups. They got Stanley cups.
Stanley
we had
cups.
we out there with the
Stanley
water
cups.
hose, burn your lips over that hot water.
$50 cup.
Do you know that is a theme now? Stanley cups
Yes.
for these kids. I
Yes.
kid you not. We're at the bus stop.
And
And all of the
kids
kids,
have them.
oh, look at my Stanley. Look at my Stanley. Look at my,
No.
and here go my son. I got a Stanley. I've been headed.
Right.
I was like,
I was
bought
going
a
through
cup.
Keenwood, going to my doctor's office. I had to go to her house, take some papers. And I got caught in the school traffic. Every single child walked out of that school with a cup.
A Stanley
Every
cup.
child.
Yeah.
And
I was
they're
like,
not
this
the
is
small
real
kid.
life.
They're not even the small kid Stanley cup.
No.
They're
No.
the adult size 40 ounce.
No.
cups.
See?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But that's these kids, they're paper
Our little
thin.
Maddie in the background showing us other Stanley
Stanley
cups.
cups, right?
That's the problem. They're paper thin. They
And I
just
think
kids is paper
society
thin.
has made kids paper thin. You think about it. Think about it when we used to play sports. You had to be good to get a trophy. Now,
Everybody
Everybody
gets
get
a
one.
participation
You get a award.
trophy.
You get an award. Everybody gets an award.
No, you back
I'm
in
like
the day, you
that.
got a
I'm like
trophy
the
if you
NFL
won.
player.
Yeah. That's it.
Don't bring-
Y'all
don't
remember
bring
field day at school?
Yes, baby.
that was the highlight
That
of
was
the
the
year.
game.
That was.
Wait, no, but that wasn't the highlight of my year. It was the book fair that highlighted my year.
Ooh,
Baby,
the Scholastic
Scholastic
book
was
fair.
Ooh.
Baby, let me tell you, if there was one day I needed money, it was the Scholastic.
We had to take
book
the
fair.
catalog
Yes.
home and
Baby,
Yes.
circle stuff.
Baby,
this,
I was
I'm getting
prepared.
this, I'm getting this.
I knew what I wanted. I was already ready. I need these items here. Thank you, please,
Right.
librarian.
this.
Right.
All of this.
right. Who's afraid of the
Yes.
Woo.
Yes.
Chicken noodles, that chicken soup for the soul book.
Baby,
yeah.
baby. My first
Goosebumps.
chapter
Goosebumps.
book. My first chapter book was Charlotte's Web.
Oh yeah, Charlotte's Web.
And I found it in half price books the other day. I wanted half price books on one of my personal field trips. And it was sitting right there and it was like a light that said and I stood there and I just stared at it. I was like, Charlotte's Web.
Didn't you send me the TikTok where it's the world's biggest
Oh,
half price?
price
We
books
gotta
in
go.
Houston.
Oh wow.
We got
Yeah.
it. It's like 2 stories.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
we got
Houston is
lost
a big
in
place, so we're not worried about y'all really finding us.
Yeah.
But yeah. Even I had a library growing up. I had a library of my own, my
Yeah.
encyclopedia. You know, these kids are so spoiled. They get to look stuff up online.
Google,
We had
Wikipedia.
to.
Google everything.
They got AI.
Baby, don't have no project. We had to go get them encyclopedias and just, I remember one time my mama wanted to strangle me because I needed a picture from a project. And I got that picture out that encyclopedia. My life was just like right there flashed before my eyes.
I mean,
Not you defacing
I
a
did.
book.
it's the fact that you're still living. You're
I
here to
did,
tell the
y'all.
story.
I
Girl,
got the picture
I
out
know
the
you saw
encyclopedia.
National Treasure back then.
Baby, my heart was, yes.
No,
I don't
man,
know
we
what
don't
I was
deface
thinking.
books.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
Because you know, you was somebody if you had a set of
Encyclopedias,
Yeah.
exactly.
You was somebody.
You was somebody.
Every family didn't have that.
No, because it was expensive.
It was
Right.
encyclopedias and how many Dr. Seuss books you had.
Yes.
I had the whole
Yes.
Dr. Seuss collection.
Yes.
You couldn't have had the whole collection because there are some collection that was for adults only.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it was
I didn't have
the
it on
it was the golden. What was it? The golden. Oh my God, what was the golden or something? Cause y'all remember the book, The Little Red Hen.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite books too. Oh my God, what was golden? The books with the little thin books had the little gold seal, the little gold backing on the
Embarrassing? No, not
It was like I remember. I know
like
what you're
foil,
talking about.
kind of like it was the
Yeah, I
gold
remember
backing
those.
around the spine was like a gold.
Gold, and it had like little.
Yes,
it was on it.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. It was
I don't
gold,
remember.
golden,
I don't
I
remember
remember
the
those
book
golden
names, but I've seen them.
something.
Yeah, I remember those.
But
And then you had
yes,
the Berestein.
Mm-hmm.
Berestein. I know
Oh, yeah.
Berestein. I don't know what y'all talking about. Berestein. It had an E in it, dog.
Berestein.
It was
Bears.
an E. It was an E. I don't know what this new.
This new stuff is.
This for that new generation. Stop trying
this
to.
drink is drinking
Yeah,
because
baby.
girl, look at yours. I'm trying to sip
Baby,
mine.
y'all sip it. I'm drinking. Go ahead.
I'm trying to make it last. Get us through.
Cause I have, my little situation.
This was right on time. It
Yeah.
kind of unwind.
Right.
You know.
Let's unwind. Talk about books. Some of our favorite things. you know?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So what did y'all rate the book?
5. On a what scale? What's the scale?
A 5.
5 being a bit
Yeah.
grace. And let me tell you, I do not grade a lot of books a 5.
No, you're
I
not
do
getting a 5
not.
from me. It's hard to get a
Yeah.
5
It's
from
very
me.
hard. But good thing about this book, the author is writing part 2 because there is another character that we had not talked about. His name is Oliver, and he also assisted in the takedown of Poppy.
He did.
He did.
So his
All because he
was a hater
wanted
too.
that school.
He wanted her spot.
He wanted her spot to the school that he wanted to go to, but
Right.
he knew for a fact that he wasn't as
He wasn't gonna
talented
beat her.
No.
as she was.
There was no way he was going to beat her.
And
so-
he
wasn't.
said that the moment she said it out loud, she was like, "Oh, I want to go there also." And he thought about it. He was like, "I'm not gonna get in because of this."
Because of her.
Right.
That's
Because
exactly
she
what he
wants to
thought.
go, that's my spot. So he did what he thought he needed to do to take her spot, and he did just that. So book 2 is going to be about Mr. Oliver, and the name of the book is I Did Warn Her, and it comes out next June 2025.
Now I'm confused
I'm so
with
excited.
the title though.
Me
I'm-
too.
I am too.
Because who is her?
Who is her? Yeah.
Oliver's not a her.
Oliver is not a her.
He's not.
But I have faith.
Or unless it was something that Oliver says, I did warn her.
Maybe.
Or
Could be.
Could be
yeah.
a flip of that, yeah.
Anyway,
Because
we
it was
highly
called The
recommend
Body in the
you
Water
read
Part
this
2
book.
first.
Right.
But she changed the name to I Did Warn
Right.
Her.
But yes, we highly recommend
Highly.
read this book, rewatch the episode after you've read the book so you can understand.
Read
Yes.
it and listen
Yes.
to it
You
because if you listen to it, each person got a different voice.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, and sometimes listening to the book. So I do a little bit of both. I read
I did
and
both.
listening because I feel like sometimes when we listen to the book, you just get taken in by the characters and the voices, and it just reads like a movie.
right,
Yeah.
So
right,
you
right.
can picture everything happening.
Because let me tell you something. We're gonna go back. The night of the storm, girl, I was there with him.
Yeah.
I was there with
You
him.
was on- you
I,
was on the
was-
island.
I could picture everything that was happening on
Yes.
the island. The wind
Yes.
whipping in
Yes.
the background, her hair all over the face.
Seeing how you pronounce her name?
Seeing.
She did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, she
did.
kept you engaged in this book.
The
The
way
entire
she
time.
wrote
she
it.
she drew you in. You was
Yes.
there. You were on the beach. I
Amazing.
can feel the sand between my toes.
Yeah.
Right.
The way she wrote this was amazing.
For her
I have-
first book.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get this type of reaction from people to your second or third book.
If
But
you
she
set the
came
bar
out
that
the
high,
gate. Right.
This is gonna be hard. She's gonna have to keep it.
Keep it
up
up
there.
there. Right.
She's
Come
gonna have to
on,
keep
Miss
it up
Gilbert,
there.
we got faith in
Yeah.
you, girl.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So according to Goodreads, the book was rated between a 3.57 out of 5 stars, which I think is still a little low because I felt like this should have very well been a 4.0 book, 5.0 because it was amazing.
I agree.
Right. Because there was no detail that was left out.
Right. She answered
No,
all the questions.
questions except for Oliver.
Oliver, which is why we're waiting on book 2.
Embarked on book 2, exactly. So,
Right.
and I'm gonna definitely be reading.
Yeah.
Because Wendy rode off from the island, checking it
kept-
off,
yeah.
and said, Oliver, you next. So
Yeah. She got on a plane and everything. Left
Yeah.
Annabelle there to
fend
deal
for
with the
herself and
consequences.
everything.
Yeah.
Because
That was
sis,
good.
I set you up. All right. So, in conclusion, if this was a movie, which we highly do recommend, it should be a movie, Hollywood.
Netflix.
Right.
Anybody.
Pick it up.
Netflix, you got the budget. We know you do.
Peacock.
Yeah. Peacock. got the
Amazon coming up with some nice
They are.
Amazon, hey.
Pick it up.
We know y'all like to do low budget stuff and make it amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This should be one of them right here. She started it, yes.
Yes, I agree.
So if you had to pick characters for each person who, I know I picked Margot for Annabelle.
For Annabelle.
Margot Robbie, I picked her for
And that's
Annabelle.
I can see it.
And that's the one that plays.
She played Wolf of Wall Street. She played Harley Quinn. She is very versatile. I feel like she could play a very bougie, stuck-up housewife because she played it in Wolf of Wall Street.
Right. Okay. I like her. We said Wendy, who's AKA Poppy, should be Jennifer Lawrence, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. She
Yes.
was because Poppy and Wendy are both redheads.
Yes.
And so Jennifer Lawrence and then Natalie Portman.
Okay.
For Poppy, Natalie Portman and Wendy would be Jennifer Lawrence.
Tanya, we said Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
And
I like
then
her.
I do like her.
Esther,
I like her.
I said Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, because I could see her being all sad.
And it's because she always wears suits and, and she's very professional looking to me.
Yeah, I could see it.
And I can't remember what they said her hair color was, but Penelope is very versatile.
Right.
But she got dark hair.
I got her having a picture of her as having dark hair.
Yeah, I
For
did
some
too.
reason, I don't know why.
Right.
Yeah, I only pictured blondes for maybe Tanya and Chloe.
Chloe.
And Chloe.
Chloe for sure is a blonde.
Yeah. And that's why I said Emma Roberts could be her.
Yeah.
Because she plays in all of those, what's that show? The Halloween show that everybody watches. Can't think of it.
Halloween show or movie?
American Horror
American
Story.
Horror Story. She plays it there, and she's always like that blonde girl that's either very innocent or very minuscule.
Right.
So she can go either way.
Yeah.
So I think she'd be good for Chloe.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm
enjoyed
excited
this book.
too.
I did. I enjoyed this book a lot. Like, we read it a little bit ago, but we were still able to come and have a great discussion about it.
Yeah.
And I was worried,
Like, we read it a long time ago, but
Yeah.
we was able to,
We
you know,
did.
come
We
in and
pulled
still have a
through.
great discussion.
Disclaimer: we were supposed to start this. What year is this?
This is
Baby,
2024.
let's
We were
not
supposed to
even.
start this
Let's not
in
even.
December 2023.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah.
But life be lifing.
I mean,
But
it's
we're here
almost about
now.
a year.
So,
Yes, we already jumped in the water.
Yeah,
We
head first.
splashing.
just keep
You know.
swimming. Just keep
So-
swimming.
I'm excited.
Yes, I'm excited too. This was a good book. I cannot wait to get into the next one that
Yeah.
we're gonna do.
The drinks was good. The discussions was
Oh,
good.
she came through.
She did. She came
Sadie's,
through
you
with the drink.
came through.
With the drink.
You know.
You know, and the thing about it, I thought it was gonna hit me, but it's just gradually pulling me along. Like
your cheeks
chug a
are
little-
showing,
I know. It's
I
just-
know the
chicken.
natural
Look,
blush is
It's a slow
The
chug a
cheeks
lug,
are
chug a
chicken.
lug, chug a lug, you know. So I you did that. The
Thank
drink,
you,
did
thank
that.
you.
It
The
was
sweet
nice.
revenge punch. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I did not give out the measurements of what each thing, like the vodka and all of that is. You know, I let the ancestors.
let them tell you how much is enough.
You know,
Right, they spoke.
I let the ancestors just like
Speak to you.
do their thing. So play with it if you will.
Right.
At your own risk.
I
At your
recommend
own
you do.
risk. You know, you can sub out some of the ingredients if you don't like vodka. You could probably sub it out for.
And don't forget, you know, like some people like, oh, I don't want fruit in my drink. Don't leave them out.
Huh.
Don't leave them out, because I prefer. I like my
love-
drinks neat.
Right.
I love a neat drink.
Presentation.
You know, but this wouldn't be my go-to, but I love it.
Right.
I love
Because
it.
it's a snack and a drink.
Yeah, it is. It is. Because I'm gonna need a spoon.
Right.
When we done.
That's why I was like, I'm done with my drink, but I really want
Yeah,
my
I
fruit.
was like, I
So-
should have had toothpicks
So-
in here.
Yeah,
I'm like, I really want my fruit now.
yeah. I enjoyed myself.
I
Thank
did.
you, ladies.
Thank you.
I enjoyed
But
it.
thank you guys for watching this episode. We appreciate you guys. If you have any
Yes.
questions or comments, hit us in the comment section.
Recommendations, you know.
Recommendations, yes.
Yes.
Or
If you
if
want
you're
us to
a part of
discuss.
a book club, if you are a part of a book club, I wouldn't mind doing book club meet and greets.
Oh, I would-
That would
yes.
be so much fun.
I would love that.
And we can get together and do some nice
We're in the Houston
discussions.
area.
Yeah.
We are in the Houston area, so I would love to do pop-up meet and greets with other book club ladies just to see.
That's the thing. We need to work on that.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing.
Right.
they could probably be like an annual thing.
Yeah.
to start
Put
off
something
with.
together.
Yeah.
Right. Let's work.
Because
on
we
it.
know several book clubs.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll definitely be fun. Or if you even know places that, we may overlook
Right.
to go to in Houston area.
To have our book club meetings.
Yeah.
Because we do like to venture out.
We do.
Yes.
We do like
We've
to get
had them
out.
at cigar
Especially-
lounges.
Yeah, with our themes. Our
Yeah.
book club themes.
So yes, our book club meetings are themed. The
It's a
last
whole-
one was a
it's
baby
a
shower.
whole-
We had a whole baby shower book club.
Yes.
Top tier.
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
that
We
was
do.
fun.
We have
We didn't have a scavenger hunt.
a scavenger
At a
hunt
park?
at a park.
At a
Oh my
park,
gosh.
yeah.
Yes.
So yes, we have fun.
Yes.
The
we,
drinks be flowing.
Yeah.
We have.
It
I
is a
almost had
must.
Like a little, what? How was the teacher? Well, it was kind of like classroom-ish.
Classroom.
Yeah.
Like
So yeah, we read the
courtroom-ish.
teacher. That is the name of the book, which also is a trip. That's a good book.
Another
read.
thriller.
We had a birthday party.
Yep. We
Yeah,
had a
we
birthday
did.
party.
We did.
The
We
perfect.
did.
Yeah.
Baby, listen, our book club's a whole situation. Okay, you're gonna have to look.
Yeah.
Come the attire. Please wear this
Yes,
color.
yes.
Or
This theme.
Yes.
Right.
We've
We
thrown
serious about our book
Christmas
club.
parties.
Yeah.
We've Valentine's.
Yeah, we've
yes,
done it
it's
all.
a thing.
Yes, it's a thing. It's a theme.
And
Yes.
even the books that are picked, it may not be your cup of tea, but you read them. We read them as a group, and then we come together to discussion. Sometimes I don't like the book, but I like the
Right.
discussion.
Right.
You know, the discussion is fun. So.
Because
I
one of
agree.
the books that I
agree.
picked, I mostly pick. You like my book? I mostly pick
Autobiographies. I
autobiographies.
love it, and I was not. I did not. That's listen, but that's a thing for me now. I love it.
Yes.
You know, so I be excited. I be waiting on your books though.
It's crazy. When I pick
You have
books
me
for the book
disappointed.
club, I pick autobiographies.
does.
But when I read on my own, it's mostly fantasy books. I have apps. I have Dream Web Novel. I think I have like 4 apps on my phone.
Wow.
I'm literally in the process of reading, if I had to guesstimate, 10 stories right now.
Wow.
And see, I'm historical fiction.
Yeah.
I
that's
love a good historical
Oh, I
fiction.
love
fiction.
historical.
Yes, I love
Documentaries,
it.
you could ask my husband. He just be like, "Ugh, what documentary we about to watch now?" I was like, you know what? If I got to suffer through sports documentaries,
Right.
you going to suffer
Right,
through.
right.
Yeah,
The
she's
Silver
that friend
Road.
that I'm always gonna be like. So she's like, "Did you hear this? Did you know this?" And I'm like, "I didn't, but thank
gonna
you
tell
for
me.
that knowledge." Didn't
You know, I am a history major. I
Right.
do have a degree in history and public administration on my master's. So, yeah.
So as we continue to discuss books, you'll get to know us. You'll know who likes to read what, who picked what book. You'll probably be able to pick who picked that book out
Right,
of the group. So.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Neither one of us picked this book.
No, this wasn't. This
Yeah.
was just a very good book, and we all
Yeah.
decided
Yeah.
to like.
We
yeah,
had the book.
Yeah.
We had the book, and I talked the person into picking the book. Let's just get it out there. Okay? I have book of the month. A plug. Hey, plugging you. Book of the month.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but anyway, I had the book of the month. And I wanted to read the book, but I didn't have time. And then the person, she needed a book for the month to read.
Right.
And I was like, read this book. You know?
know,
I had her to order the book and everything.
We do that a lot. We be like, "Oh, you need a book? Let
Yeah.
me go through my list and see."
Yeah. See, this
Because
one right
that's how I
here-
get through my to be. That's how I get to my to be read
Yeah,
list.
right, like-
That's how I get through though.
Yeah, that's true. But this one right here, she can never get an answer from us ever again, because every time she's asked us for our recommendation on what books to pick out of the collection that she's always given us,
She goes the complete opposite.
she
I do.
don't even pick the book that
Right.
I
we be
do.
agreeing on. I'm just like,
And I'll
oh,
be like,
pick
"This
one.
book," and I'll be like, "That book."
I'm like, why'd you even ask us? Had us reading all these 20-page synopses.
What you think? And then I pick the opposite.
And then
Because
you
one book we agreed
Yes.
on, and I was ready, and then no, with the
I'm gonna pick this book.
what?
Like, that wasn't even on the radar.
Not even-
But yes, if you had to recommend books, if I had to think of any books that I would recommend, I would say the Bernie Mac book that I had picked, the autobiography of Bernie Mac,
Yeah, that was great.
Richard Pryor's autobiography,
Mm-hmm.
and
Bernie Mac was I Hope You Never Cry Again.
Oh my god.
yeah, and
I laughed and cried. Like,
you saw him
the Jeff
in a
book.
different way.
oh, Infinite Jeff.
Infinite Jeff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Infinite Jeff. That is literally one of my favorite, and it's not even an autobiography book.
No.
That is more of a religious
It's one of them
book.
ones that go,
It makes you think. So if you've ever seen the show The Good Place,
Oh my God.
Infinite Jeff is a really good book for you to read because it's going to make you question a lot of things, like the show The Good Place.
I agree.
makes you
Right,
question.
I agree.
Right.
And what would be yours?
Right.
Books that we've read. You know, I am a romance girl, so
Yes, you are.
this could be Us. Would be a great one.
Okay.
It's a great book. What was the other book where the nurse? It was about the nurse and the baby and the family didn't want the nurse.
Small Great Things.
Small Great Things by
That
Jodi
was-
Picoult.
Jody, listen.
Jodi Picoult is one of those authors that
Jody Picoult.
she sucks you in. Like she sucks you in, and you be page turning.
I
turning,
literally
turning.
be mad at Jody because I go through, like, why you put me through that?
Right, all of the feels.
Yes.
Jody!
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, it would probably be those two
Right.
stuck
I
out
agree.
a lot for me.
Okay.
I would go with historical fiction. Now, my number one all-time favorites, Perfect Peace by Daniel Black. Hands
yeah.
down.
Actually, I
because-
think we're going to do an episode on Perfect Peace. Because that was a reread for me anyway,
Ooh,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's several reads. I'm going to read that for the rest of my life.
Man, that book
So-
psychologically is
Took
just...
you there. You felt
So
every...
much to unpack on that book.
So much. So much. You know, and my second book would be, which I'm very disappointed with Hulu, is Black Cake. Very disappointed with Hulu about that.
Right.
You know, but Black Cake and Perfect
That was a
Pieces,
good book.
That was a
my
good
two,
book.
my book recommendations.
Those two were good books.
Yeah. So these are books that we may discuss,
Yeah.
you know, along the way. But again, if you have books, drop them down below so we can read and discuss those as well.
Yes.
yes, yes.
But thank you so much for tuning in on our first episode. We will
We
be
did it,
uploading
Joe.
weekly. We will try to keep it very consistent. But you know, adults be adulting.
And life be life.
Life be lifing.
So-
Life be lifing.
So we gonna drink these drinkies.
Yes.
And discuss these books
Exactly.
along the way.
Yes.
That's an escape
yes,
for us.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
I will go a week without watching TV. And y'all know I love anime.
Yes.
That's
I am
y'all
an anime
thing.
girl.
I love
That's
anime
y'all
too.
thing.
I just don't be having time because I be trying to read my books, work, live. But I'm gonna get back to my anime. But yes. But thank you guys for joining us.
Yes.
And
thank
drink this
you.
book.
Drink this book.
Peace.